A man is supposed to take care of his family. You live in my house, fill your belly with my food, put your behind on my bed because you're my son. It's my duty to take care of you. I owe a responsibility to you.
Well, it's not only about anybody's life. It's in a way, he personifies the Black American experience. He's somebody who, had he not faced the racial discrimination, he could have been a great athlete, a star. But because of that, he ended up a garbage collector. And perhaps this self-destructiveness, was it caused by racial discrimination? And is that the effect of racial discrimination on people?
Here's the thing you got to remember. When you talk about racial and you talk about discrimination, what if he just wasn't good enough? See, it's so easy to just say, oh, it's because of this. It's because of racism. Oh, I didn't get the job because of that. Maybe you weren't good enough.
I knew there was a reason why I love me some Denzel.
What it is to be broken.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Shamika, and welcome back to Speak Freely, here where we celebrate the freedom of speech. And if I uploaded this video back to back, I am wearing the same thing because I didn't feel like changing and I'm traveling, so I have a very limited wardrobe anyway. And the sun is disappearing, so I just thought I would just hit record. And in the spirit of talking about celebrities, I wanted to talk about my man Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington made a movie recently, and he was getting interviewed. He's doing his runs. You know, when celebrities are about to release a movie, they do their runs about, you know, the movie, and they promote it and blah blah blah. So Denzel Washington had an interview where he was quoted pretty much saying, don't blame the prison system for your life actions, or for your life, or for your failures. And I love that he said that, because finally a person of color that has a power, that has presence, that has a voice, that has a platform, is finally saying, I'm not gonna play your little game and continue saying the same fucking stupid ass rhetoric of, oh, you know, black people are oppressed because of this and this and this, which is one of the things that people point out, and I've even pointed out myself, that the prison system is pretty much the new slave. It's the new plantation where they get all the black people and throw them in prison. And so I'm going to read some of the article, and here we go. The article was done on Confidential. The article says the NewYorkDailyNews.com. And yes, so Denzel Washington says, don't blame the prison system. And Roman J. Israel, Denzel Washington plays an idealistic defense attorney whose beliefs are tested when he joins a new law firm. The Oscar winner says making the film did not make him more cynical about the justice system. And when asked about the prison industrial complex, the Malcolm X star offered a surprising take. And you have to realize they say Malcolm X star because Malcolm X was someone who fought the white man. But, you know, he's won Oscars for a lot of other movies. He's done a lot of other movies. They could have pointed any other movie out, but they pointed that out for a reason. Okay, it starts at home. Hallelujah. It starts at home. It starts at home. Yes. Let's continue before I give the rest of my opinion. It starts at home, he tells reporters at the film's downtown New York premiere. It starts at home. When prodded to expand on his answer, the 62-year-old, first of all, Denzel Washington is 62? I hope my husband look like that when he's 62. Anyway, moving on. The 62-year-old Mount Vernon native replied, it starts with how you raise your children. If a young man doesn't have a father figure, he would go find a father figure. And this is my part I'm putting in. He would go find a father figure. In most cases, he would go find an unhealthy father figure. A lot of young men join gangs because they are looking for father figures. So, you know, you can't blame the system, he continued. It's unfortunate that we make such easy work for them. Hashtag, don't do the crime so you don't pay the time. So that was pretty much the end of him talking about that stuff. And I'm pretty sure the reporter didn't want to continue talking to Denzel about how all that other bullshit is bullshit, and that how it starts at home. Oh my god, like seriously, I have been saying this in so many of my videos. I've been saying this my whole fucking life. It starts at home. It is really that simple. It is that simple. And I can't understand why no one on the progressive left can fucking just understand that simple fucking formula, that it starts at home. Even if, like, for me, I don't believe that we live in a raging institutionalized system of racism, or white people are raised. I don't believe in that stuff. But even if I did, I will be damn sure I will raise my kids up to be the best people there is, so they can overcome all that bullshit. But instead, we put all the responsibility on everybody else. It starts at home. It is really that simple. It starts at home. Yes, there are people from the outside that can work the outside in, but for the most of us, we have to work the inside out. That means it starts with ourselves, then it starts at home. And so, like, again, if you come from a broken home, you work on yourself before you have children. You make sure you're in a good place before you have children, because it starts with you, then it starts with your children, it starts at home before it goes out. Like, it's really that fucking simple, and I can't understand why people can't get that logic.
But we know for a fact that so many talented African Americans who don't achieve their goals, or they are prevented or deprived from achieving their big dreams because of their skin color. I'll give you an example. Globetrotters, they were much better basket players than the white guys, but they were not allowed to play in the big league.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think it is the problem is the racial discrimination?
The right word is not is, was.
Was.
And that's not the only problem. That's one of the problems. Now, you can make it the only one if you'd like, but it's not the only one.
Can we all just stop for a second and just applaud? Applaud Denzel, please, just for a second. Please. Like, seriously, I'm so sick of every other black and brown person or white ally in Hollywood saying the same fucking thing because they want to join the cool kids club, or they don't want to get booted out of Hollywood. Like, oh my god, it's just so annoying. Thank you. You know what? And I've had a feeling, I mean, Denzel Washington has been quoted saying some spectacular things. If you go on YouTube right now, you can find some inspirational quotes, you know, with a backdrop of some epic soundtrack music that Denzel has spoken. But I've not recently anyway, I haven't seen him really come out and talk about all this kind of bullshit that's been happening. But there have been a few interviews with Denzel where he's getting prompted these sort of triggered questions, like, what do you think about Donald Trump? Huh? What do you think, black man? What a voice. You know what I mean? And he never dances. He never, yes, master, let me dance for you and say whatever answer you want me to say. He never dances for them. He kind of, you can tell the look on his face. He's like, I know what you're trying to do, but I'm not going to dance for you, motherfucker. Like, I'm just not. And he usually just doesn't answer the question, or he just says something like, I'm not really that well versed on Trump's principles or his policies. So get back to me when I am. All right?
I want to just ask you, though, about the issue of race relations, because the film touches upon that. Right now, under President Obama, over the last 8 years, in your mind, have race relations improved under his leadership?
Race relationships have to do with race relationships. You're white or whatever you are, I'm black or whatever I am. We're standing here talking now. That's how we get things done. You can't legislate love. The President of the United States can't legislate us into liking each other. We have to step forward and ask questions about each other and engage. There's no law that says, oh, because I'm president, you all got to get along now. So it's up to us.
Just wondering who you wound up supporting in the election and why.
Go ahead now. It's none of your business.
None of my business?
None of your business.
Well, I'm only asking because the story was online, but that's okay.
Huh?
Let me ask you this. What issue do you hope President-elect Trump tackles? What's number one in your mind with the new administration?
I don't know. I'd have to be more informed to just say off the top of my head the number one issue. I'm not sure. Education, jobs, health. I mean, there's so many.
I knew there was something about him. I was like, you know what? There's something about him. And this is just my little bit of a conspiracy theory. I don't know if it's true or not. There was a time when Denzel Washington was everywhere, right? Everywhere. And then all of a sudden he disappeared. And when he came back, for the most part, he was in kind of like, films. Like, he did some, he did some good films, but It didn't have the kick like it used to have before he disappeared. And there was a part of me that thought, I wonder if because Denzel doesn't want to play the game. Because I've worked in the industry a little bit, and we always talked amongst each other that you gotta pretty much sell your fucking soul if you want to reach to this top star. You gotta sell your soul, and you gotta suck a dick at some point. And like, we would say it almost as a joke, but it was kind of true. Like, it's not that you can't work in Hollywood without playing the game, because there's tons of people who are working actors, people who've been in so many things that you don't even know their name because they play in small parts or whatever. But there are tons of people who can make a really good living off of acting who don't play the game. But if you want to reach that top star, you gotta pretty much sell your soul. You gotta play the game. You gotta dance. You gotta be a puppet. You gotta do what they want you to do, and you gotta suck a dick. Everybody, man, woman, child, girl, boy, young, old, doesn't really matter. Black, white, Chinese, doesn't matter. Everybody gotta play the game if you want to reach that top star. And there was a part of me that felt like, I wonder if he doesn't want to play the game anymore, and that is why you don't really see him around.
I mean, it depends upon what's going on in their home. You can change the law, but if you go home and teach your son how to hate every day, doesn't matter what law has been changed. Until you teach your son how to love, then the law is not going to change the way your son feels. That's exactly what happens in our film. Troy is miseducating Corey. He's telling him what he's not going to be able to do and how the white man is going to hold his son. Now, all those things, which aren't even necessarily true. Maybe they were more true, or maybe that's the way he felt about it in his time. But you know, it's up to the adult. It's up to the Troy. It's up to you. It's up to me to change the message.
I'm not someone who like leans on celebrities like point of views or I don't know, positions too much, but it was just a relief. It was a relief that someone, an actor that I respect as an actor and as an artist, that you know, there's been some things about Denzel that's come out. There have been allegations that he at some point was drinking too much, at some point maybe had an affair. I don't know. It was all allegations. He's still with his wife. He's probably one of the only celebrities that's been stayed with his wife since he's been acting. That's a long fucking time. That's way longer. That's so much longer than 99.9% of celebrities. And so, but there's always been something about him that I really, really respected. If he would have came out and said the same thing, I would have been heartbroken. I would have been like, oh my gosh, like, why can't anybody just say, not play the fucking game? So it was just a relief that he finally said something that I've been saying and thinking my whole life, that it starts at home. Life isn't fair. Life is never gonna be fair. This world is never gonna be a utopia. You can't blame everything else, all the outside things, for your harm. Like, oh, they put drugs in our neighborhood. Okay, well then it was your choice to do the drugs. Like, oh, but it was bad. How do you not expect people to do the drugs? You're pretty much saying people don't have choices. They should be held accountable or responsible for their actions. Don't do the drugs. Don't fucking do the crime. Like, I'm gonna do this other video that Andy Worski did with Willie Bumblebee, where she literally was kind of in so many ways saying like, oh, poor people don't have a choice. They have to do those things. Like, no, you always have a choice. You always have a choice. So I was just so happy for him to be like, don't blame the fucking jail system. Don't blame the prison system. It starts at home. That's where it starts. The single moms, don't blame the prison system for taking your sons away. You gotta take some responsibility for yourself. Like, don't have kids if you're gonna be by yourself. Don't have kids if you can barely take care of them. Don't have kids if you have to work 3 jobs just to take care of your kids. Again, I'm not promoting an abortion, but you gotta play so much smarter. You gotta be smarter about your life and put yourself in a position where you can do the best and have the best for your kids. I know things happen. Condoms break, things happen, you get pregnant, but at least put all the effort and you can put in, so you have a great, strong, amazing foundation already set in place before you have that child, before you bring that child into this world. So you make sure you have the best opportunities possible. That's what a lot of smart people do. Smart people who middle class, upper middle class, they family plan. How do you think they be able to keep growing their wealth? Because they family plan. They think about these things ahead of time. I'm going off a completely different tangent and completely different subject right now. Anyway, I'm done. I am not trying to shame people. Things happen. You have your babies. You love your babies, and you do the best you can. I'm just saying, before those babies get there, try to just you know, work on yourself first. Build a strong foundation so you have a strong home to bring a child into. That's all I'm saying. It's not like you can't be the best mother and you can't have an amazing child and give them an amazing future if that does happen. But statistically speaking, it is harder for that to happen. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, thank you, Denzel, for speaking the fucking truth and not playing a game and being like these little minions like everybody else, just projectile vomiting the same fucking bullshit. Thank you, man. Thank you. Anyway, if a film comes out, go see it. Support the dude. Or when his film comes out. So that's it. That's it, guys. That is it. That is it. That is it. What do you guys think? Do you have any comments on anything I said about Denzel, about it starting at home, about Hollywood just fucking perpetuating the same dumb shit over and over again? What do you guys think? If you like this video, like it. If you like me talking about like celebrities or other people like this video, let me know. Share it out to Twitter and Facebook and beyond. If you want to continue having conversations like this with more, please subscribe, and if you subscribe, hit the bell to get the notifications when I do upload. And that is it. Thank you.
My wings are made of plastic. My wings are made of plastic. My wings are made of plastic.